Good morning, students. Very good morning. Welcome to today's class. Last class, we discussed relational keys and types of integrity constraints. All these concepts discussed in the previous class. Okay. Today, we will discuss and we enter into MySQL and SQL, that is RDBMS concepts. Okay, so before discussing MySQL, okay, first what is meant by MySQL? Okay, what is meant by SQL? We define these terminologies. Okay, what is meant by RDBMS? Okay, all these definitions discussed first, then we enter into MySQL concepts. See, RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. The examples of RDBMS are Oracle, MySQL, Sybase and SQL Server, and remaining are many more RDBMSs are there. These four are very important and fundamental RDBMSs. These are very popular RDBMSs. So in that, our MySQL is one of the RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So coming to SQL. So SQL is a structured query language. Okay, it is a universal structured query language. Why I am calling it as universal structured query language? In every RDBMS, we use SQL, that is structured query language. We write queries by using this SQL query language. Okay, so MySQL is a relational database management system. To create, to manage our database RDBMS data by using this MySQL RDBMS. Okay, so coming to, so MySQL is a client server architecture. What is, you know very well, what is meant by client, what is meant by server. A server provides services to the clients. See, your clients are programs. We write programs or commands. We forward those commands or programs to server. In that server, the server provides services, process that those requests or queries. Then after that it returns results to the clients. So by using one network, client server is a network architecture. So all the clients are connected through network. So MySQL is a client server architecture. Here clients request or send some information to server. Server, where it is located server? So we store our database tables, okay, in server. So where the server is, where our database tables are stored, in that machine, this server program stored in that server is also software program. In that, where the database tables, our databases are maintained in that server machine, okay, works from that machine. So that is calling it as server. It provides services to all the clients through by using network. So SQL is a structured query language. So SQL is a language, universal structured query language. It has 4 sub-languages. SQL has a 4 sub-languages. Why I am calling it as sub-languages? So this SQL language is a language which consists of 4 sub-languages. Each language is for different purposes. First one is, see, observe here, DDL language. DDL stands for data definition language. Second one is DML, data manipulation language. Third one is DCL, data control language. Fourth one is TCL. TCL stands for transaction control language command. So it consists of, SQL is a command based programming language. Okay, it is a fourth generation language. So SQL is a structure based, command based, statement based programming language. It is not high level programming language. Okay, we create commands in that SQL. Okay, so here in our SQL, first one is DDL. DDL stands for data definition language. We create definitions here. We create definitions of structures by using this sublanguage. So the examples of DDL statements are create statement or create command, create, alter, comment, rename, drop, truncate. All these commands or statements are belongs to DDL language or sublanguage or statements. Okay, so DDL having number of commands. Those commands are create command, alter command, truncate command, drop command, commenting command. All these commands are belongs to this DDL, data definition language. So coming to, all these are used to create our structures. By using this DDL command, we create views, we create cursors, we create roles, we create privileges. All these are new concepts are created by using this command, by using this language. Okay, so we create our data structures. Okay, coming to second one, DML commands, data manipulation language command. It consists of, it is used for manipulation. Data can be managed or manipulated by using this command. This consists of insert command, insertion, delete command, update command, select command. All these four commands belongs to this category. So insertion, deletion, updation or modification, or selecting or retrieval of data by using this command. So we manipulate our data according to our requirement of the program or transaction. So data manipulation belongs to managing our programs. In that we write statements, these statements. Okay, so that is the concept of DML, data manipulation language. Coming to DCL. DCL stands for data control language commands. To control the database or database structure, we use these commands. Granting of privileges, creating of privileges by using DDL commands, granting or revoking of privileges, roles by using this command. In some textbooks, they are embedded these DCL commands with DDL commands. Okay, actually they are separated. DCL and DDL both are separated. We create roles and privileges by using DDL command. They are implemented or they are controlled by using this DCL command. So granting and revoking are belongs to this, giving privileges by using these commands. Okay, coming to TCL commands. TCL stands for transaction control language. Transaction control language commands are there here. This one is one sublanguage. All these four sublanguages grouping together to form a SQL. So SQL is a grouping of four different sublanguages, that is DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. See, what is meant by transaction? A transaction is a group of database operations. It is a one task. It is a one task. So the task consists of number of operations. So those operations are considered as a single unit. All these number of operations are considered together to form a single unit that can be considered as a one unit, one task. So one transaction. So a transaction is nothing but it is a sequence of database operations. Example, okay, ATM operations. When we go to ATM, okay, we apply sequence of operations one after the other. So all these together to form a single transaction. In our day-to-day life, in a bank or in an LIC or in any organization, do transactions in our day-to-day life. They are having group of database operations. Database operations means inserting, deleting, updating, selecting, modifying. All these operations are together to form a group of single unit. That unit is calling it as a transaction. So before going to a transaction, database having some state. After completion of this task, database comes onto another state. So every time state changes from before transaction, after transaction. All these are every time updated frequently. So all these DDL, DML, DCL and TCL commands together to form a SQL. That's why SQL is calling it as Universal Structured Query Language. Why I am calling here universal? So this SQL is used in all DBMSs. That is MySQL, Sybase, Oracle, MySQL and other. In SQL Server, in other RDBMS also use this SQL. Okay. So before discussing this MySQL, so MySQL is a freely downloaded and open source relational database management system. It is a open source RDBMS. It is freely downloaded from this MySQL is downloaded from www.mysql.org website. Okay, so that's why it is calling it as freely downloaded or open source RDBMS. It supports client server architecture. Okay, so MySQL is consists of set of commands, command based. It manages our databases. Within that we use SQL. In MySQL we use SQL. SQL consists of 4 sublanguages. Okay. So when we enter into MySQL, first we create, first we open. So all these MySQL data are stored in tables. Our database stored in tables format. So a table having number of records. Every table having rows and columns. Those rows are called as records. So one table consists of number of records. So one DBMS, one database consists of number of tables. All these tables are managed by using this MySQL RDBMS. Okay. So RDBMS creates, manages access, controlling the accesses, providing the security. All these features are maintained through our MySQL. So MySQL having number of features. It is a scalable language. It is a efficient and effective manner manages the data within the database tables. Understood my point? So MySQL having more number of features like our Oracle and SQL Server and Sybase. Okay, it is a secure. It provides more security. It provides more security. It provides data inconsistency. It provides data redundancy. It reduces data redundancy. It reduces data inconsistency. It provides data isolation. It provides integrity. It provides business rules, enforce business rules. It provides security. It provides more standards like Oracle. So all these features are implemented through this. It provides concurrency control, integrity constraints. All these features are applied through this MySQL. Okay, first we enter into MySQL. First we open already created database. So a database is a collection of interrelated tables. Okay, so first we open. Before opening a database, first we log in our MySQL. First we give username and password. If already we give username and password, so successfully we enter into MySQL database. Then we open our already created database by using this command. See, use database name semicolon. Use database name semicolon. See, this one is syntax of this MySQL command. See, I already created, for example, one student database. I open, use student. In the student database consists of number of tables. In the tables we store some information or data. Students data, student extracurricular data, student marks data, students progress reports data, students post data. All these data are together to form a database. So a database is a collection of tables. A table is a collection of records. A record is a collection of columns and its related values. A column is formed, a collection of cells and its related value. A cell is a combination of both a row and column. This is the smallest individual element in our table. A cell is a separable smallest individual element in the table. Okay. So coming to, after implementing this command, use database name, then we create our own tables here by using create command. So today we discuss and we enter into MySQL commands and SQL commands. So thank you students. Next class we discuss remaining concepts of MySQL. Thank you students.